Hey everyone, HyperSquiZ here, playing some FTB. Thank you for joining me. We've got a lot to get through and not much time to do it. So I'm going to get straight to it and we're going to head inside. I'm going to do some Tinker's Construct for you first so we can get our basic tools together and start mining. Now, I've already built a house. I figured you don't want to watch me build a house because everyone's done that and it's the same thing pretty much over and over. You can pick up the design techniques by having a look. I mean, it looks pretty sweet, I must say. I'm pretty happy with it. Got everything I need there. Plenty of space, but let's go take a look around inside. Here we go. We've got the downstairs area. It's pretty open spaced. My workshop, which I've already allocated. This is one of the few spaces I actually know what I'm going to do in it. So here we go. I've got workshop. A bit of storage there as well because it's nice to be able to reach your stuff, put it in machinery, and put it back without having to run up and down stairs and so on. And my books as well. Got my bookshelf here. Keep my stuff on there. Not much on there at the moment. I've got the basement down here. Not much down here yet. Another small space here. Not sure what I'm going to do with this. It's all pretty much open. I haven't decided as yet what I want to do with everything. I've got my bedroom area here, which is nice and cozy. Big bed, big bed. Sea view. It's quite nice. Some furniture, paintings, more space here. Not sure what I'm going to do as yet. And an upstairs area, which I'm not sure either. I'm thinking maybe a crafting area or an enchanting area with a bit of crafting up here. Probably be mainly enchanting. Not sure yet. A bit of magic up there maybe if I can. But okay. I think the first thing I'm going to do is the Tinker's Construct. So I'm going to jump straight to it. I'm going to grab one of these books, or both these books for now, because I had to play around with it earlier, so I've already got the second book, which you normally unlock when you create, I think it's the stencil table, or part, I can't remember exactly. You build something from the first book and it gives you the second book. I won't go through the book too much. You can read this through if you want to, but I'm just gonna, I know what all this stuff is, so I'm gonna run through it myself. But if you ever need to reference them, you have them to hand at all times. Always put them in a bookcase like that. You can never lose them then, because you don't want to be out and about, die, drop your books, and then have to try and find them again. It's just not worth it. Okay, right. First thing we're going to need a bit of wood. It's raining. I'm going to have to turn that sound down a little. And some cobblestone. I'll grab a bit of that. Oop, bit much. There we go. Right, first thing you're going to want is pans. For that you're going to need some oak planks. I'll grab a load of them. You want to grab several sticks. You want to set up like that. Blank pans. In fact, I'll make a few more of them, I think. So wood. And again, you can swap the pattern around like that if you want to. You don't have to do it the same way. Blank pans. Right, now the first table you need is made with a plank pattern. Gives you your stencil table. It's an important first table. Then second table you're going to need is the part builder. There's a log and a pattern. And then last but not least, you're going to want a crafting table, which I'm sure you know how to make. If you don't, then maybe go back to some other videos, do some beginner stuff. There you go, crafting table and a blank pattern, tool station. And then alongside that you're also going to want a chest with a pattern for your pattern chest. And what I'll do is I'll place these down here. I usually chuck the pattern chests in the corner, part builder, tool station. I used to create a little L. I mean, it doesn't matter how you lay this out. The only thing you want to consider is your pattern chest being next to your part builder, because if it's next to it on any side, you get the pattern chest in the part builder so you can see it, which would be useful at that late stage. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get myself a basic set of tools. So you're going to want your tool rods, pickaxe head, shovel, axe. For your pickaxe, you're also going to need a binding. And while I'm at it, I'm going to make myself a sword. Now, there are a few types of sword. You've got the broadsword, the long sword, and the rapier, and the dagger if you really want to. That's a throwable anyway. Pretty naff dagger, to be honest. You can throw it or you can actually stab with it, I believe. But you can see there, it's low damage. You don't really want that. I personally don't. For now, I'm just going to make myself a broadsword, which you can see here needs a blade, wide guard, and a handle. So we need to go wide guard. We're going to need a blade, which I think I've gone past. Oh, there it was. Blade and a handle, which is tool rod. We'll leave those there because obviously we can chuck these patterns into this chest. And now that they're in the pattern chest, we can get to them from the part builder, which saves us a bit of time. Alright, your first set of tools are probably going to be cobblestone. I mean, to do any metal stuff you need to build the smeltery, which we can cover at a later stage, and I will be building one, but in this episode I'm only really covering the basics. So we want tool rods. You can basically need a rod per item you're going to make. Tool rod needs a material cost of 0.5. That means that if we stick this wood in here, it's only going to use half of each block of wood, and then you'll get a stick as well. So you get a rod and a stick in return. So what we can do, put that stick back in, get another rod, rod. I think that's all I need. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 4 will do. Next thing you need to consider is your binding. For now, I'm just going to make a wooden binding. You can make these things out of different materials. Again, it's 0.5. We can make the binding, and we get a stick out of it spare, which we can just put there. I'm going to build the axe and shovel. Axe, shovel. Goes back. We want the sword stuff. I'll make the white guard out of stone for now. We get with stone, see, you only use half a block of stone for the white guard, so you get a stone shard back, which is like the stick but stone version to some extent. Okay, and finally pickaxe, like so. There we go. Now we've got all our parts, we can head over here to the tool station. We can start off, let's do pickaxe first. So you've got the pickaxe head, binding, handle. You can see here it's given us a durability total of 131, a mining speed of 4, and it can mine anything up to iron. Or it's the equivalent mining of iron even, so it can mine a few things. So can it do by iron? I don't know, I'll have to double check. So yes, that durability is worked out from two things. The pickaxe head itself will have a level, which is actually 131 total on the pickaxe head, and then the rod will have a times value, a multiplier, and in this case the wood rod has a multiplier of 1, so it takes the 131 stone head, times it by 1, so you get 131 total. If I had used a stone rod, we would have ended up with half, so it would have halved our durability, which would have been crap. So using a wood rod with your stone pickaxe heads is a good start. So there we go. I'm going to do shovel as well, pretty much the same. You just choose what you want to make, stick the items in there, it gives you the detail down here. Modifiers I'll cover later on because they're not particularly important just yet. It's a bit early for that. Axe, and again sword, same concept. Stick the sword parts in and get a sword. Ta-da! That's pretty much it. Okay, got my basic tools. I've got some materials because I did go out with some other tools and do some mining, so I have a bit of stuff here, but I'm going to head out, get some more because I've got nowhere near enough. When I get back I'll show you a bit more. hopefully I can cover repairing tools as well. I can't rate yet because none of my tools are damaged. I'll mention, I suppose, the basic concept. If your tool's damaged, you put it in the tool station. First button here, repair and modification. You stick the item in, and you would stick in a bit of stone with it. And because it's not damaged, it's not doing anything. But if it was damaged, it would go from here damaged to here repaired. And you'd click and pull it out, and then you'd have a fully repaired pickaxe. But it's quite good because it means if the item does break, you don't have to worry about it. It just means you can't use it for a bit until you repair it. So what I do is I grab another tool station. Need a pattern as well. Grab another tool station, so another chest and a pattern, and I carry that around with me. So you're out in the mine, you need to repair something, bam, you whack that down, stick your item in, repair it with whatever material. The material you need to use to repair it is whatever the head's made out of. So if I made this head out of iron, I'd have to repair it with a piece of iron. Or I think it actually takes more than one piece, but in this case with stone it only takes one piece, so it's nice and easy. So there we go. Okay, so I'm going to go mining. When I get back we'll do some more. See you soon. Okay, I'm back. We've been out, done some mining, got loads of supplies I put away, and while I was out there I also gathered up some of the materials I'm going to need to build my smeltery, because I figured I'll get that built. It's kind of important as well. We'll be able to get the iron up and running. We'll be able to make some metal tools, because these stone ones are fine, but you do have to repair them every 5 bloody seconds. So let's cover the information from these books again, just quickly. The first book you have, which we went through earlier briefly, has information on what you need. Now, the smeltery is made out of these seared bricks. To make seared bricks, you smelt grout. To make grout, you do this. There is a better recipe than that. That's the small recipe for making 2 at a time. You can actually make more than that, which I'll show you in a second. So we'll need bricks, controllers, all sorts of other bits and pieces to make a fully working smeltery. Don't need the second book at the moment. Okay. While I was off camera, I also added an extra door in. I've been out here, and this is my smeltery room. I've been busy. This is where my smeltery is going to go. Nice overlook of the ocean. Quite pleased with that. That'll look good once it's built. I've made myself a little 3x3 pit, which is where it's going to go. Now let's go get the pieces done. Now the recipe for making large amounts of grout is basically what I've got here in this pattern here. So you use a block of clay instead of a piece of clay, sand and gravel. So if I take this up here, bring it here, I'm going to make a whole stack of grout just so I've got plenty. Might need more, I forget exactly how much you need. So you go, grout, whack. That may be far too much grout, but I'm certainly not going to run out anytime soon. Right, now I've got the grout, I need to smelt it all up. This is probably going to take a while, so I'll probably do a little clock wipe on this and come back to it once it's all smelted. Okay, now I'm going to get my smeltery built. I've come down to my smeltery room, which I have also moved all my Tinker's Construct stuff down into, because I might as well make this Tinker's Construct Room 101. Okay, so first thing you need is the base layer, which is made from seared bricks. You're going to need, obviously, 9 of them. For the bottom. And as soon as you create a seared brick, you also get book number 3, which goes into a bit more detail and tells you how to lay out your smeltery and what you need down the side here. Again, I know what I need, so I'm just going to go for it. So you start off with your 3x3 seared bricks, like so. That's level 1. This is going to get a bit crowded in here. I might have been better off bringing that on, but fine. Next, I'm going to need more. I might as well make a whole load of these. Alright, so SID bricks. You're also going to need a controller, which is the nerve center of your smeltery. You need a tank, which is where you store your lava. Nice and easy, glass in the middle with bricks around it. Let's place those. So I'm going to put the controller on this side. I'm going to put the tank over here as well. Now, what you can do with the smeltery, it can be multi-leveled, so you can have one level, or you can have 2 levels, or you can have 3 levels, 4, and so on. I forget how high they can actually go. The basic layout, you can see here, they've got the controller, tank, blocks all the way around apart from these 2, which they got as drains, and then you connect a faucet to the outside into a basin like this, or a casting table. Personally, although that's the cheapest way to make it, I don't like doing that because I don't like having my casting tables in the floor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build the one that I build, which I prefer and you may like as well. You can go with whatever you want really. As long as you get your layers in, it pretty much does it. So what you need, my base layer is normally solid, pretty much like this. I'm not going to be able to use that side at all, so I'll block that up. And the next part I'm going to need, or I'm going to want even, because this is more of a aesthetic choice than a need, because I like to make my stuff look nice as usual. So I'll make some of these. How many do they do? So I need 1, 2, 3, 4 for now. I usually whack these on the front here just to make it look a bit neater. And there you go. As soon as you complete that bottom layer, you'll see the smeltery lights up, and you get the smeltery, and you've got your 3x3 base layer there. But I'm going to complete these walls, which will then give us the next layer. I like to put 3 drains on each side. So to make a drain, it's blocks down the side like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They go, I forget which round they go, I think it's that way. Drain, drain, drain. Then for each of your drains you need a faucet. So I need 6 of them. And then you're also going to need your casting tables, which like that. I usually have 3 of them. And then the opposite way around for your casting basins. This is for making a special type of glass, which is kind of cool. So I usually have 3 of them as well. So you go, you whack your faucets on there like that. Bam, bam, bam. I'm going to move all this stuff. Then tables. Actually, I'm going to put the basins around this side because there's. I tend to use the casting tables more than the basins. The basins can just be to the edge. I think I need a bigger room. Basins. Tables. There we go. And there we have quite a big smeltery. Slightly bigger than normal. And there you see, because I've got 2 layers now, 2 complete layers, it's doubled the amount you can put in here. And basically each of these you can put an ore in here and you get a return of 2 ingots per ore. So it's like a way of getting your bars, and you don't have to do all the grinding to dust and smelting the dusts. You can actually just melt it down in here and cast it straight out into a table using a particular pattern, which I'll get to at some point. And you can cast your ingots straight out. So there you have it. Okay, I just went out the back, had a quick sort around. I had a move around. I didn't actually quite like the smeltery how I had it in the last shot, so I've moved it. I've stuck it to the side. Got everything here now. I've got the tables on one side and the basins on the cramped side because I don't tend to use those as much. And I've been down. I've got some lava in there. Some more lava I'll quickly chuck in there because you need to keep this nicely stocked up with lava, because that is how we melt everything. Normally it would give you a display here, but it's a bit buggy. It doesn't always come up straight away on there. Alright, so now that I've got lava in there, I can grab some ore. What I actually need is some aluminum, but I don't think I've got any. I know, I'll do that later. So that's it, it's ready to go. That's pretty much all I've got time for this episode though, so what I'll do, I'll leave it at that, and we can come back in the next episode. I will get the casting tables sorted so that they have some patterns to actually cast what we want. I'll make some iron tools to replace these stone ones I've got, and from there I can then start moving on to something a bit more advanced. So that's it. This has been HyperSquiZ. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, give me comments, anything like that. Appreciate it. Be great. Thank you very much. See you around.